So good evening and good morning wherever you are in the art world. Welcome you all for this wonderful, this amazing occasion to speak with Emilia and of course the wonderful curator Arianna, Rosica and Gianluca, Riccio. Our arts are projected in one of the most beautiful islands of the Mediterranean, which is Capri. But we are a bit spread out through the world. We are with Emilia and Ilya Kabakov are in New York, at the Museo Madre, yes, of course.
Casa Madre is the name of the gallery.
Private gallery.
Yes, but again, a wonderful place for everybody who love to be there with you today and to bring us some these beautiful colors of the Mediterranean that we are missing, especially in Switzerland here today. As I said, it was a big storm on the way to the Zoom. So before entering and asking Emilia about this wonderful installation, which is quite touching, The Observer in Villa San Michele, I would like to talk and ask the curators, Arianna and Gianluca, to tell us a bit more the story, the vision and mission of the Festival del Paesaggio di Anacapri.
Yeah, thanks for inviting us to this talk. Thanks to you and to all the people who are here with us. A great kiss to Emilia. We worked together in distance in this last month. Until the end of our project, and the festival, the landscape festival, Festival del Paesaggio, was born from the meeting between me and Arianna in 2015. We found ourselves working together in Capri. She with an artistic residence project, realized it with a very famous hotel in Capri, Capri Palace Hotel, and I at the time with some exhibition project. And it so happened that that year, 2015, we are working with the same artist in Capri in the different hour project. And so when we met in person, at the opening of the inauguration of the exhibition that I was creating that year, we thought it was necessary in a way to join forces and build a sort of shared project that will bring together the exhibition part and the artistic residents, combining training, especially with young generation, and in other way, the exhibition project. Connected with the historical part, cultural history of the Capri Island. So I proposed to Arianna to start to a famous moment of the artistic history in Capri. That was the conference on the landscape that Edwin Cherio organized in 1922. On the island, and to choose this historical movement as a sort of perspective from which to work with the artist in Capri, not only to confront the Mediterranean nature with the richness of the historical and environmental landscape, but also with the the image that over the time had been generated around Capri. And also with the stereotypes that over the years have settled on this surface, to try to build a new image and a new experience of the landscape of Capri. This was the starting point, and over the years now we are with this edition at the 6th edition of the Landscape Festival. And so we work each year with different projects, with different point of view, with different artists. So this was the starting point.
The core of this edition is bringing generations from what...
the title Anacapri arrived from Arianna. Arianna one day, not so... is the title of this edition of the Landscape Festival, but is derives from two reasons. The first is that this year marks the centenary of the Conference of Landscape we mentioned earlier. Mm-hmm. And Area di Capri is the title of a book written by Edwin Cherio in 1927, if I'm not mistaken. And it is therefore a sort of tribute to Cherio and his work on Capri landscape, and on his early intuition of the need to involve artists to produce a new vision and new image of the Capri and Mediterranean landscape. An idea that Cherio, in a way, whereby the gaze of art and vision of the artists could contribute to modify and define a new perception of the landscape we live in, even of a landscape such as that of Capri, so rich, so universally known, but also at the same time so world. And the second reason is that this year, differently from the past edition of the festival, we did not start from a team around which to bring together a set of works and artists, but we followed another path, starting from the artist and above all from the idea of a confrontation again closer that we want to build between the works and nature. So we thought that Cherio's books was right from the title express this idea, this need, this spirit that had animated our project, and like that of a gaze that in the close contact between the works and landscape knew how to open a sort of aerial vision of landscape. And so the title seems to us like the right title for this two order of reason.
I agree with you. It's a beautiful title. It's simple but powerful.
Yeah.
Really beautiful. And again, how many artists were you chose, and why Villa San Michele? It's only Villa San Michele spread out, or it's a bit all around Anacapri?
We the most part of the project and the site-specific installation is in Villa San Michele, and then we have a special project made by Anna Franceschini, who worked on the display, and she made, after a residence in Capri, a sort of billboard in the historical center of Anacapri. So we realized 5 different images realized by a sort of collage process, founded and buying some objects in Capri, souvenir in Capri, and then she came back in Naples. She worked 2 days in Naples with this photocopy machine and realized these big billboards that are in the historical center of Anacapri now. But it's the only special project. The other, how many is, quanti sono? 5 artists. We have in Villa San Michele with Ilya and Emilia Kabakov, also Marinella Senatore, Harry Kakanson from Sweden, Valerie Krauss from Deutschland, and Patrick Kutofuoco from Italy. They are all in different space in Villa San Michele. Villa San Michele is a very special building.
Yes.
It was a house. Now is with a very special garden with a lot of different terrace, in different level, and so it's a very special place.
But would you do it always in San Michele, or you change every time? It's every edition a different place.
In the past, we work in different space, especially in Anacapri. Okay. This was the second year in not the second, the third, because when we started with our project Landscape Festival, we were in Villa San Michele in 2015 with a project that was for the most part in a little museum that is in Anacapri, Casa Rossa, Red House, another house, and Capri is there are a lot of very beautiful houses, and we realized that year a special project in Villa San Michele with two Italian artists that are Liliana Moro and Stefano Arienti. Two installation, yeah, in nature, in a part of the garden of Villa San Michele. And then last year in 2021. We came back in Villa San Michele with the project of Andrea Branzi, the Italian designer and architect, and also with a sculpture made by Francesco Arena and other Italian artists. So, but this year, the project, as Emilia knows, is more is a long project. We started last year to think about it, to dialogue with Villa San Michele, and especially with the new director of Villa San Michele, that is Cristina Cappelin, and so we had more time to think, especially on this relationship between our project, the idea that we have on this relationship between art and nature and history of the villa, and so we think that this year the edition is so more strong, more beautiful for us, more interesting. Yeah, with different artists, each one with different languages. So Villa San Michele is a beautiful place, but in a artistic way, in an exhibition way, is also a difficult place. We don't have exhibition space. How do you know, like a museum? It's all open project, so it's not easy.
Yes, and I remember Arianna was trying to find her over the weekend. It's like, there is no internet, I can't speak.
Yeah. Also with Emilia, the problem every day is to find an outside space to connect with her, to dialogue, to show her the...
Because of course we wanted to do it from there, from the observer itself, but it was a bit of a challenge. But we hope that all our audience will actually come and visit, because as I said, you know, Capri is, as you say, you know, it's area di Capri, but really to understand the beauty in every sense, you know, and into I think Villa San Michele is the epitome of Capri's, you know, soul. So, you know, to go from the Porto fino a San Michele, it's already an experience. and then you find the observer, which is a place between, I think, a magical installation between heaven and earth. And so we were talking with François yesterday about this magical, and again, I would love to know why Emilia and Ilya Kabakov. And I would love to hear from the curators.
Yeah, about the project made with Emilia, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. For us, the starting point was that we knew we're working inside an house, as I said before, that had become a museum, and in a way, we wanted to try to keep this domestic dimension for visitor of the house, no? And its garden, as a place in which to come across unexpected vision, where you can still find the appearance of a surprising image and unexpected point of view in reality, as part of everyday life, no? A kind of magical realism. So when Arianna proposed to me the idea of contact with Ilya and Emilia, I thought it would be wonderful to work with them, not only because they are great artists, but because we were sure that their work would embody and perfectly express the meaning of our curatorial approach of the project. And from that moment, we began to regularly confront with Emilia on Zoom, and at the end, the choice to propose a new version of the work of the observer was, in a way, natural, especially for the way in which it could have been inserted in the context of the villa, in its space, but also with respect to its audience, which is very large and numerous, but also diversified between a part of that frequents the villa for its cultural programming and a more touristic and distracted part. No? We like the possibility of giving centrality to the observer by entrusting him with the possibility of meeting another gaze on the surrounding landscape. Somehow it was thanks to the work of Ilya and Emilia that we chose also Aria di Capri as a title of the new edition of the festival, because their work, the observer, and in general we think that their poetics and their research in a way relativize the position of the man in the world. And what interested us from the curatorial point of view was exactly this reversal of perspective on the contemporary landscape, on the way in which to observe it. For us is an honor, a great pleasure to work with Emilia. But this is natural. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. And I think now. As I said, we should introduce Emilia and Ilya. Thank you, Gianluca, and then we can come back if all our audience have some questions. Emilia, welcome again. We met in Zug a couple of months ago. You are such a jet setter. So, and again, now in Capri, and of course, I saw you here, which was beautiful to see you in Zug at the Kunsthaus in Zug. But now Italy, again, in a piece of my home, it's of course even more beautiful. So, Emilia, for you, what did you see when Gianluca and Arianna called you? What were your thoughts with Ilya?
First of all, it's a great project. It was a very good idea to do something in historical villa. It has a history of cultural history. Capri has a very long history of culture also, because a lot of Russian artists and poets and writers live there, starting with Gorky. And we've been twice in Capri before, many years ago, as a tourist. Just looking around, enjoying the ambience and so on. And it was a great invitation. Right now, the world is so unstable that you don't know. Every time there is some emergency, there is something happening around the world. And we really need angels to organize cultural events. So in this case, these two curators were acting as an angels, because they invited us to Italy, and we did a lot of work with angels in Italy. I don't know why, but maybe historically, culturally, that's justified, because this particular work was already done first time, if I'm mistaken, in 1995 or 96, a long time ago, in San Gimignano. Yeah, it was there. It was in a park, the shed, and we were looking at the private people who actually live in the house, but give us one room. And in this room was magical encounter, people with angels. Then secondly, we did it in Sligo. And in Sligo, during the highest level of terrorism, all of a sudden people come and they see, there was no tourists in this place, only people who live there, because you can't even go there, it was so dangerous. But people would come and see magical event, angels dining with real people. And then permanently this work is also in Italy. It's in Castello di Ama. When we got this opportunity to do something in Capri, in Villa San Michele, which is a historical building, it presents challenge, a lot of it, because you can't do anything clearly. You can't change the walls, there is no light, you have to specifically. So curators and us had a problem. We really had to work, not just come and install and enjoy. We have to find solution to many problems which already exist there, because sometimes you work in a situation when you can't touch the reality. It's protected. And this was a building which is historically protected. Despite that, we managed to do a really great piece, I think. And also despite the situation that unfortunately at the last moment I couldn't come, and we work on Zoom.
Incredible. And I think this is
make it much more complicated, difficult, but it's done. And what can
we see, Gianluca, can we see some pictures while Emilia, because I think it's important. As I said, I've been looking at many times, and of course through your pictures, and every time you see something different. And as you can see, again with Francois, we were talking about. I didn't think about, you see, but all the senses here are actually, are there. You actually start immediately, well, for Francois, thinking, what are they saying? And what's happening? What's happening in this little déjeuner, dinner?
They see a miracle.
Yes.
What here is very strange, because usually you're not supposed to look in somebody else's window. Mm-hmm. It's a house. It's a museum. What are you doing? Looking through binoculars in the window. Kind of spying on private people's life. But when you look through binoculars, you see something very unusual. You see two people and two angels having dinner, a miracle. Which, is it real? Is it art? We're not supposed to. The viewer will have his doubt. But then, how many times in this world we're waiting for a miracle to happen? We hope that angel is going to come and help us. And maybe this is a case when they just have a casual encounter and dinner, or maybe they ask for this in order to be helped, or maybe angel does have this place to visit. Maybe Villa San Michele is so special that angels every month or every year come for a visit. Maybe once a year they come for dinner. We have no idea. The viewer has no idea, but he does see a miracle.
Yeah, in this way that Emilia said, it was very interesting, because we work during all the day to the installation of the work of Ilya and Emilia, and there was obviously some couple of hours when we work with tourists, with the public that visit every day Villa San Michele. And so it was strange but very interesting that day by day, when the people arrived near, not so far from the installation, they saw this angel and this strange vision images that they are completely disoriented. No, is a sort of magical vision for them, and it happened every day that the person are.
We were first thinking about a few installations we have with angels. For example, we have installations of Fallen Angel. We could put it easily in the park, and it also will be something happens. The angel fall down and he is dead. But you know what? We live in the world today when we overcome by negativity, by violence. Something every day, people die, the war going everywhere. Every news we open news, we read the newspaper, we open TV, it's negative. So why don't we put something positive? And positivity is a miracle, always. Miracle is always positive. And in this case, they look at it, I don't know what they expect to see. Maybe they expect to see something contemporary, unbelievable, something which artists play with, visually kind of visual game that for the viewer. What they actually see, it's very unexpected. They see realistic, yes, it's artistic, realistic miracle based on event which actually can't happen. But are we sure it can't happen? Maybe it can. How often do we meet angels and we don't really realize they're angels? Maybe some people dress up as an angels and help these people to have dinner, or brought them food, or help them with this house, or maybe it's a vision of something happened in the past, or maybe it's vision of what happened in the future, or maybe it's what happening today. It's so many explanations, so many feeling with this installation and this what picture which people see from the binocular, through the binoculars. You know, it depends on person education, of his religion beliefs, of his expectation of miracle, or his disbelieving in miracles, whatever.
Yes.
It can be negative, it can be positive, it could be full of wonder, and it could be, oh, that's artist, that's a lie, it can't happen. And I don't know what I'm seeing, I don't like it, because that's not real. This is a miracle, like what I see, oh my God, this is a miracle. So that's so give people possibility to wonder, what do I see? And to have some feelings, positive feelings in this case, I hope.
And this, in a way, this sort of magical experience, it was very strong during the evening of the inauguration of the exhibition, because we opened the exhibition at 7 o'clock in the afternoon when the light, also the morning light, and then minutes by minutes the night become, and the installation becomes more with more magical effects, you know? And all the people that are moving inside the garden find this room, this magical room inside this dark garden. It was very, very, very beautiful. Yeah?
Also the feeling of discovery, you know, they walking in the field.
Exactly.
More or less, they expect art. They see art objects. They see videos, they see drawings, they see sculptures, and suddenly they discover something. So that's also we have to take into consideration. They don't expect to see something like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, and again, what we were discussing, it's if we are already in heaven, we are, or going through heaven, between heaven and earth. So it is quite, let's say, as you said, it's open. It makes you wonder, your imagination, and of course it's so enchanting. It's like it's really magical, as you were mentioning. And what was so the people, as you said, Gianluca, they come and they this is the first thing.
No.
It's between the gardens, no?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they go to the shed first.
Yeah, because as I said before, the villa is a very large building with a large garden, and so the work of Emilia is in a sort of cubiculum. This one is in a
the small space.
This one, but it is at the top of the garden.
Okay.
And yes. You have to walk to find this space, so you don't see immediately, as Emilia said. You walk around the garden, you find before other installation of the other artists that are in our project, and then after a little walk, you find from a little distance this magical scene in this small room that you can see here. That is a room with some on the wall, some Romanic repaired object. So also a strange space.
And of course the limoni, the beautiful limoni di Capri.
Yeah, in the garden.
Any gourmet recipes that you that you've been thinking?
Are you asking me or them?
Maybe both, Emilia.
I don't know if in the Villa San Michele garden there are also some limoni trees. Maybe yes. It's a very beautiful garden. Very beautiful. Very beautiful.
Capri is very beautiful itself. I mean, it's such a magical island.
Yeah, there are. Arianna said to me that there are limoni trees in Villa San Michele.
And Gianluca and Arianna, I can see the villa. Can you show us also the villa? You have some other pictures.
We have some picture of the other work.
No? Okay.
For example, this is the external facade. No?
So it's the entrance to the villa.
Entrance of the museum. There is the work of Patrick with the neon lighting installation, like that. Two hands that seems like a bird. The title of the work is Bird. And this is the entrance of the villa. And from this point, the villa go up to the hill. Then we have in another space next to the entrance the work of Valery Krauss. There's a pavimental sculpture in two steps. One realized with glass and the other one this one. And then inside the garden, the big painting of Eric Hackenson.
That's Swedish artist.
Yeah, Swedish artist that realized the painting in Anacapri during this period, with all natural substance, with a sort of strange and experimental mix made by eggs, wine, and some colorant for food, lievito. Because Eric wants to use this paint that is in a way part of his series called Butterfly Painting, to work with the butterfly. So the painting is a sort of attractive surface for the butterfly, and for this reason he wants to install his work inside the garden. And this is one of the different terrace level of the garden. You see, person who walk around it. And then we have the other space that is the chapel, where is the video of Arianna Senator.
Beautiful. And Arianna and Gianluca, how do you, in any case, do you have an open call, or you have some artists that, as you said, you prepare it, of course, every year you're thinking.
Sure.
But
as I said before,
yes.
Last year we choose every year a theme. For example, in the 2018 we chose the postcard as a theme, and we work and we selected different artists. 15 artists from different generations that have worked on this theme, or that would like to work with him. And for example, in 2019 and then in 2021, we worked on the theme of the house and the living, with a double exhibition called Home Like Me. That is the name of a very famous house in Capri, that is Villa Malaparte. But for this edition, we choose a different approach. No, in a way, we start from the space, from the villa, from this more close relation between nature, landscape, and art, and then we decided, we try to decide with the artist that, in our opinion, we want to work with. No? There's a different points, sort of reverse approach, and then we have also, as I said before, more time to work in this direction, because we need to spend a lot of time with the artist, talk with them to resolve the different problem that a space like that proposed to us, and so. But I think that the results is very good. Is very good. Also in consideration that the work that you see in this picture are work of artists that work in different way, with different language, with the lighting sculpture of Patrick, the pavimental sculpture of Valerie, the painting, experimental painting of Henrik, the video of Marinella, the magical installation in Emilia. So it's a very different, large, how do you say in English? Spettro di linguaggi, very different languages. So.
Or works of art.
Sorry?
Can't hear you anymore.
I heard you, but I can't hear Carolina. That is stopped. Like okay.
Gianluca,
okay.
we missed for a bit something. We missed you for a little second. Okay. So I love it. So for instance, what is now? What happens with this installation? They would be there until October.
Yeah, for sure until the middle of October. But we hope that maybe we are sure that we have more time. I think in November. Yeah. The closing date is the 10th of October. But we spoke with Villa San Michele, with Cristina, that is the director of the San Michele, and she wants to have more time. Yeah, extended the exhibition. Yeah.
Okay, so we are coming.
Yeah.
So we have a guided tour. Okay.
Yeah.
So
yes, I will try also.
I
would like to come.
Let's try to make the same date, Emilia. But Emilia, and then what happens to this installation, to the observer? Will you bring it somewhere else? Do you have any other project, Emilia?
No, it was done specifically in this case for Villa San Michele. That's it.
Okay. And any more projects that you can share with us in anteprima?
Me and Arianna?
Yes, and then Emilia. Yes.
Yeah. I hope so that we can have some other project with Emilia. It will be
Well, we do have a lot of projects, but we're always available. We would love to do something else because I like working with you. It's really nice and productive, and we have good results. That's the most important thing. We're going to have big exhibition in Israel next year. Mm-hmm. I have to get to Japan because they build Monument to Tolerance and they build us a museum, Dreams of Ilya and Emilia Kabakov, and some other project which I'm not going to talk right now, but we will post them at some point.
Okay, so as you said, you always keep us in suspense, Emilia. So bellissime. They are beautiful, as I said. So hopefully we'll see you also here in Switzerland soon again. And niente, invece Gianluca e Arianna, something that you're after this, le feste del paesaggio, you will organize anything throughout the year until the next edition, or?
No, the project first time is to try to meet in person with Emilia, because we lost this occasion in Capri, and this is the first point for us, and we have building a collaboration with Sweden, because Villa San Michele is a Sweden building, and so we are working to give a part of the work that we exposed in Villa San Michele in the Cultural Institute in Stockholm, and we have a collaboration with the Villarson Museum in Nizza in this way, a sort of bridge between Capri and Nizza in France and also Stockholm. And then we have some other project here in Naples, Arianna works on Madre Museum. I teach here in Naples, and we are working in different way. Yeah.
Yes, I've seen it. You know, it's incredible. Also, all what you have done. It's beautiful. I was looking at your short bio, but it's not a short bio. it's well done. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's beautiful. All the things you have done, and again, it would be. We should do just an art talk also about all the things that you have done until now. Yeah. So again, it was really a great honor having you all here with us tonight.
Thank you very much.
And I want to thank you also for working with us and for very good experience working together. And I hope we will work in the future again.
Yeah, we also
creating another miracle. Let's create another.
Yeah. We do these miracles, so
yes.
We need some miracles for sure, Emilia. Veramente, especially today.
I'm sure of it. Yes, I know we do need miracles right now.
So I would like to ask the audience, this is the moment of ta-ta-ta-ta, as I always say. David is always looking at me like, yes, it's me that is going to speak first. Yes. And ask anything that you would like, because that's the beauty of the art talks, really, to meet the curators and the artists. It's I think it's incredible. So, David.
I do have a question for Emilia. I love the work, The Observer. I think that's amazing work. I love that we're seeing the angels eating with the people. But I wonder too, are angels Christian in your mind, or are they beings that come to all of us?
Do you think it's important?
I don't know.
I was asked this question when I was working with Vatican, and we have big plans with Vatican right now. I don't know if it's going to happen, but we do. That's why I'm not talking about it right now.
I see.
Miracle, okay?
Yes, angels.
Nobody ever asked me if I'm a Catholic. Every religion has an angel. And incidentally, everybody has one God.
Yes, I agree.
Okay?
Yes, 100%.
That's it. So,
okay. Yes, angels look different to different people.
We believe in God. We should believe in angels.
Oh, yes, I agree. Yeah.
And it's absolutely, to me, doesn't matter what religion, as long as they bring us happiness, positivity, and save us at the moment when we need to be saved. That's all.
Yes. Oh, excellent. I agree 100%. I don't know what they look like for me, but they look like Christian angels, you know.
There was a moment when somebody who was very religious, Catholic, he said,
is it offensive? Is it offensive to some people?
No.
Oh, I don't know.
Actually, no.
That's good.
As a person asked me, I can't believe it, he said, that you are from different religion and we have the same beliefs. I said, listen, the 10 Commandments was given to people. As we follow, we're human, that's it.
Yes, it's much more simple than people make it out to be, you know.
Yes, exactly. And also, what makes us people, it's a very few things. One of them is culture.
Yes.
Doesn't matter from which religion, doesn't matter from which country, it's a culture.
Oh, yes.
And as long as we preserve the past, we have the future.
Yes. Let's preserve the past. That's very important.
We are people. That's it.
Yes, excellent. I love it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, David. As we said, excellent question. So, and anyone else would like to say anything? David, please. I didn't hear you.
No, I just said I was practicing. I practice.
You see.
Because I'm always first.
You have a PhD now through the art talks going on.
Yes. In question.
Yeah. So I'm your Grenadier people. You practice on me. Okay.
No, it's a fantastic. Actually, David, you should talk to Emilia about, David is a passion about Russian history, and and also he's an historical art historian on an artist that is quite a hero.
Yes, Natalia Goncharova. I'm sure you know her work.
Of course, I know her work.
Yes,
by the way, that you don't know historical. You know, in Cuba, at the museum in Havana, there are works by Russian constructionists.
Really?
Yes.
Well, sure, because it was communist at one point, right?
Yeah,
So
but that's unexpectedly.
I've never seen.
It's a design. They showed it to me when I was there.
Oh wow! Excellent. Yes, I love her work. She's the mother of all of this conversation to me.
She was very talented. Yes.
Yeah, the spiritual.
One of the very talented people. Yes.
Yes, God and the spiritual and everything. Yeah. But for everybody.
Larionov also was very talented. Larionov. Not so motivated. It was difficult for him to work, but very tight. If you look at his work sometimes, it's really very interesting. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you, David. Thank you, Emilia. Deborah, I can see you. I can see you there. Yes.
Hi.
Yes. Hello. How are you?
Hi. Emilia, I also loved seeing the work that you did with the angels, the contemporary works. It's such an inspiration to see that. And I started to look you up a little bit to see a little more about you. Are you still in Long Island?
Yes.
I lived there for many years. I'm a Los Angeles-based artist right now, but I grew up in a town called Babylon. I don't know if you know it, but
yes,
that's where I spent my childhood.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
I'm on Long Island for a very long time.
I saw that. I looked at some folders. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I look forward to learning more about your work because that's a topic that's inspired me.
I may at some point come to LA because I used to live in LA.
Oh, okay. I've been here 20 years.
That was in the 80s.
Oh, yeah. Well, let me know. I would love to meet you. My great-grandmother was from Russia as well, which I don't know much about, but have some portraits of her by some Italian artists that hang in my mother's house. So I'm always curious to learn about that side of my family.
Eddie is also from Los Angeles. So here, this again, the Art Talks meeting. It's a small world, as somebody says yesterday.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you, Deborah. It's also very nice to see you here today with us.
Thank you.
I would love, I don't know if anyone, Francois, yes, I can see you.
Not a question, but I want to say thank you to Emilia because Emilia is exactly 1,000th member of the Art Talks.
Yoo-hoo!
It took us to 1,000.
We need a celebration. Do we have a champagne?
We do.
We have some water, though. Okay. Thank you, Emilia. Oh, we're so honored. In any case, we also have Gianluca and Arianna who contributed to our. That's a lot of people. Yeah, finally, after so many years and months. Okay, we made it.
Very lot of people.
Thank you, Francois. That's a beautiful news. And Maria from Dubai. Hello, Maria. You were.
Hello. I just left. I just arrived in Dubai today. Is it very important the actual location, or
No.
the setting? The setting is not as important as the actual installation, the surroundings.
You adjust installation to location, actually.
Okay.
You move some things, you change something, but
Yeah.
you have to have this. You have to create this feeling of miracle. Number one. So when people look, they actually, this is something I never saw before. But also the viewer has to feel that he is incidentally found this shed, which somebody built to look at this miracle. And this person is not there who built the shed. So he replacing somebody. So he also imposter in this case. He become a character. He changed himself as well. So
Wow.
there's many levels in this work.
Yeah.
I don't have enough time to explain, but the more you think about it, the more levels you can find.
That's amazing.
It's about the viewer. It's about the person who built. Somebody built the shed. It didn't appear there by itself, right? Somebody brought the binoculars, or somebody was spying. The reason somebody was spying because he knew something is going on there. So who is this person?
Exactly.
How you is this person? Because you're looking at this space. And it's a lot of things which every installation.
It's a lot of layers and perspectives. Yeah.
The difference between painting and installation is that when you look at the painting, you see what happened, but you are outside of what happened. But when you walk into installation, or like in this case, you look into installation, you are a part of it. It's like a painting, three-dimensional painting. You give the possibility to be part of it.
Beautiful, very nice. I love that concept. Thank you.
Just in the way that Emilia said, because Villa San Michele helped us in these directions. Villa San Michele is a very beautiful place, but it's also a strange place in which are mixed different historical period built at the end of the not last century, but the century before, and in which are different objects from different epoch of history. So is a very fragmented space with different time inside, and I think that also this history of the villa help us to use the space for the project of Ilya and Emilia, because help in this magical direction, magical spirit, and to the possibility of these magical images that appear into the garden.
But if you start with history of villa itself, it's magic, because the person from Sweden all of a sudden come to live in Italy. From all of Italy, he chooses an island. He builds a villa. Yeah. He collects whatever he collects there. Yeah. And it's a magic place. It becomes historical. It becomes miracle place. So obviously miracles happen there, like your exhibition.
It's a perfect space. So.
Grazie. Really, really beautiful. Again, it's as Marie says, it's fabulous. And I really thank you all. And if anybody would like to add anything, please, now it's the moment.
Nonostante, se vuoi tradurre, avete tanti impegni e tante mostre in programma in dei musei anche molto più conosciuti e molto più famosi, diciamo, hai accettato l'idea di fare una cosa con noi, non conoscendo fino in fondo cosa fosse il Festival del Paesaggio, non avendo mai visto nessuna mostra, e ti sei fidata. Ricordo ancora il giorno in cui...
Just a translation.
Yes.
The sense is, Emilia, you trust in us. You had different project, as you said, in different part of the world, big project, but you believe in me and Arianna, and in this. It's not a short project, a small project, but it is a special project. And why?
No, ma soprattutto il giorno in cui io ti ho mandato un messaggio su Messenger.
Arianna sent a message on
Cosa
Messenger.
hai pensato?
What do you think?
What do you think? Che pazza, che...
No, I always, first of all, I'm not very religious person, but I'm a person with an excellent intuition. And I rarely make mistakes judging people. And so I just trust that you are very good curators, that you are highly professional, and you know, I wasn't wrong, I was right. If I would be, it happens sometimes that I'm wrong, but then I would never ever work with the people again. That's as simple as that. So I would really love to work with you in the future. That's all.
Bellissima answer, bellissima question. Grazie, veramente. It's
Power of intuition.
Beautiful, beautiful. So we have to go and meet you, Gianluca. Arianna, with pleasure, with Emilia.
Yes.
Emilia, let us know, and we're going to be there.
Okay, but you all also can come here.
Yes, I can't wait, actually. You know, Francois has been in and on from New York, and I've been here stuck. So I can't wait to come and see you there. Grazie.
Grazie.
Really
Thank
beautiful.
You very much. Everybody, thank you.
Thank you to you. An honor again, Emilia, and really all the best to your family and to see you very, very soon. Grazie a tutti.
Grazie a te, Emilia, e tutti.
Buon Festival del Paesaggio, and hope to see you very soon. Grazie. Arrivederci. Goodbye, everybody, wherever you are in the art world. How are you? Oh, so nice to see you, Karina. Can you hear us?
Elena is not going to try.
Okay, but can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, perfect.
Okay.
Gianluca, can I ask you? Would you put some pictures about the PowerPoint? Will you share some pictures? Sì.
I share a little PowerPoint with the pictures of this edition festival, if you want.
Sì, vuoi provarlo? Com'è Napoli? How is the weather? Fateci sognare un poco.
Fa caldo, bello.
Ok.
Invece ha avuto?
Sì, è stata una tempesta, ma brutta a Lugano, proprio col tardo, è stato veramente impressionante. Quando piove qui è proprio tutto. But it's a beautiful, you know, we were talking yesterday with Francois about, you know, the installation, you know, it makes you really think. And Francois, of course, because he's always the most incredible one. And he says, you know, I would love to hear what they're saying. Because again, you don't know what they're saying. You know, it makes you feel all the senses, you know, the visual, the hearing, bellissimo. But you can tell us.
It's a miracle, you know, it's a miracle. We always want a miracle. Here is a miracle.
Yes, bello. It's magical, really. Incredible.